Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Big Dumb Monsters. I am Chris,
And I'm Nick.
and you have officially entered Del Toro month here on Big Dumb Monsters.
Yeah.
We get into this a little at the beginning of the podcast, but basically for the next 5 episodes for the month of May, we're going to be doing a different, I almost said Benicio Del Toro.
No.
Yeah. We're going to be doing a different Guillermo Del Toro movie every month for the month of every month. Holy shit. We're going to be doing a different. I almost did it again. We're going to be doing a different Benicio Del Toro movie every month for, yeah. No, we're going to be
For
doing
the
a
foreseeable
different,
future.
Yeah. We're going to be doing a different Guillermo Del Toro. We're doing a different movie by this guy every week, is what we're saying for the month of May. Wow. This is why I hate these fucking intros.
Way to go, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited to start Del Toro month. We've got some bangers lined up.
Yeah. The next couple of weeks are just going to be like awesome movie after awesome movie after awesome movie.
Yeah.
And even like afterwards, we still have some good movies coming once Del Toro month is over with.
We really do.
Yeah.
The list is pretty packed.
Which means we're probably going to have to intentionally throw some shit in there to mix things up a little bit.
We will eventually. We'll get around to the garbage.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So strap in. I hope you enjoy it. It's Benicio.
Guillermo.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
It's Guillermo Del Toro month.
It's Guillermo Del Toro month.
Week 1, Mimic.
It's going to be a long month, folks. Intro-wise, anyway.
Enjoy the show. We can't help it. We're bad. We're bad at our job.
And slightly alcoholic, so
Well,
yeah.
you get over it.
Today, we are actually remembering to do the synopsis right off the top.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Today we're talking about... Actually, wait, before we start that, we should probably tell people what is in store for the next couple of weeks.
Hell yeah, brother.
We are kicking off. This is episode 1 of our Guillermo Del Toro month. That was kind of a mouthful. I'm glad I'm pretty surprised I got that out and without tripping over it.
Yeah. Hey, quit playing with your microphone wire because I can hear it.
Oh, yeah. I need to do something with that.
Yeah. Oh, that won't last.
There we go. It's in the groove.
The groove is in the heart.
Yeah. It is kicking off our Del Toro month, in fact.
Hell yeah, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, I was thinking about this today. Like, we have 5 awesome movies, like, right in a row. Like, there's no crap for the next couple of weeks.
Not a single bit of crap.
Yeah.
This is the closest to crap.
Yeah,
And really not.
I remember I'm surprised I did not see this movie before today.
I want to say I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I want to say same thing. I think I've seen like a few minutes here and there on TV.
Yeah.
I've never seen the whole thing.
Same.
It just it came out in 97, so like I was 18, and it was like just at the time when I stopped hanging out at the mall all the time, and then we just ended up doing our own thing instead. So I wasn't like relentlessly going to the movies every week just to kill time.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I missed it, but I don't know. I actually ended up enjoying it. I remember it getting like a bad rap at the time. People saying it was bad, it was dumb.
Oh, really?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. It's definitely not Guillermo del Toro's like strongest movie at all.
Yeah, no.
Which there's some reasons for that.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into in the trivia, but I don't like certain parts of it have that old school Del Toro flair. Mm-hmm. But like his older movies have a lot of like grit and like really kind of like claustrophobic feel to them, and there's definitely that like artsy feel to it. But, but
there's
it's
like
not
a little bit of style, like this scene right here with the hospital. Like, no hospital in the world looks like that.
Right. But like newer Del Toro, like I guess starting with Hellboy, I guess. Like as I can remember, the series of movies that he put out. Starting around Hellboy, things got much cleaner. Like monster makeup was very clean, very aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah.
It just has that identifiable, like, you see these monsters or these shot setups and you go, that's Del Toro.
Yeah. Yeah, his visual like signature really like solidified around Hellboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his movies previous to that are all really fucking good because I'm going to say it, he's a fucking genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this movie is kind of in a weird middle ground because, like, you have some of his signature stuff in it, but it's not refined to the point where you know it's him.
Yeah, he's also not a big enough name where it's the same thing, you know it's him.
Yeah.
He's not big enough to basically overcome like studio notes.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of those worked their way in here.
They sure did, bud.
Yeah.
If you noticed, this is a Miramax film.
Yes.
So
I'm sure Harvey had some
couple of heavy-handed producers.
Yeah.
Took liberties, but there is a director's cut that I haven't seen.
All
I don't
right.
think I'm almost positive that this is not the. Is this on HBO Max?
Yeah.
I don't think this is the director's cut, but it's still a good movie. Like, we're outside of influence of, like, wanton sex offenders, but
Yeah.
I dug it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a solid. If I had seen this back in the day, like in the theater, like I would have been happy with it. I would have been satisfied.
Yeah. There's some pacing issues.
Yeah, it did. Toward like maybe like 2/3 of the way through, I started to drift a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you might have the same problem I had. Like, the entire build-up to, let's call it Act 3, was great. It's like that, not a slow burn, but it built on itself up to a point, and then it just kind of flatlined. Like, it just stayed there, which I think was the problem for me anyway.
Yeah. They were. It seemed like they were in the subway for a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize that's like kind of the climax of the movie, but like,
They spent a long time there.
Yeah.
Like, this was hour 45-ish. Mm-hmm. They could have cut 15 minutes of that. They could have knocked this down to an hour and a half easy.
I feel like the end. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but we got plenty to talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like the ending is also a studio note because there is no way that. First of all, like I don't think either of them should have survived.
Yeah.
Either Mira Sorvino's character or her husband.
Yeah.
Especially her husband. Because like he. First of all, like there are numerous reasons why he should have died.
Yeah.
He ignites the explosion that takes out all these things.
Yep.
And then he dives into the water beneath his feet. He has time to dive into the water beneath his feet, which is not possible. Because if he's igniting that explosion,
that's going
literally,
up.
all of the air around him is fire at that point. Like he's not going to be able to jump into the water.
No. Even
if he were able to manage to do that, I'm sure that water was vaporized like instantly. If not,
yeah. It depends on how deep it was, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't vaporized, it definitely got boiling hot.
Probably.
And if that didn't kill him, like the concussive force alone of the blast would have fucking killed him.
Yeah, because that thing was like flipping cars.
It was blowing off manholes for like the whole block. No. When he walked out of that subway, I'm like, oh, come on. And then I don't like. She's not dodging trains either. Like she would have been splatted.
That was dumb.
Yeah,
that was kind of dumb.
And then I thought they were gonna make something out of her getting bitten, and then that just never went anywhere.
Oh, initially when she found the baby.
Yeah, I'm no etymologist, but I can tell if I put my open palm over it like that, it's going to bite or sting me. It has the ability.
Yep. That was silly.
Yeah.
You are silly. Yeah. You know what I did like about this is kind of a Guillermo thing. Is it's telling the same story from a couple different perspectives. Mm-hmm. So you've got Oh shit, I forget her name. Mira Sorvino's character.
Yeah, I think it's Susan.
Oh man, we are terrible. Listen to how prepared we are for any of this ever.
It is Susan Tyler.
Susan
Hey, how
Tyler.
about that?
Yeah, Steven Tyler. So you've got her character's perspective, but then you've also got Chewie and his father Manny.
Yeah,
They're like their side of the story. Oh, excuse me. Which is another kind of a Del Toroism, is like he likes to show like a child's perspective on things.
Yeah.
Or maybe not their perspective, but like make them kind of the focal point.
he's not shy about the child killing in this movie.
No. Couple of them got it good.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of his thing. Like he did it in Devil's Backbone, which like I think was mostly focused on kids anyway.
Yeah,
But
Pan's Labyrinth too.
Pan's Labyrinth was the child's perspective. This is the part where I have a trouble remembering things and it makes me sound like an idiot. But that's just it's kind of his shtick. Is like he likes, I think, showing innocence in like really dark, weird situations.
Yeah, I know he has been working on that remake of like Pinocchio for a while. That's another like perfect example of
I
that.
want to say that's dead.
It was still in post production on IMDb.
Oh, is it post production?
Yeah, I personally, I don't know what it, like. I feel like Pinocchio is like the Afghanistan of filmmaking. Like all these big name filmmakers get obsessed with making a Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And it's just like it just never happens.
Yeah.
You know, Francis Ford Coppola, he got obsessed with Pinocchio for a while.
Yeah. Somebody did make one in the late 90s, early 2000s, something like
I
that.
think so. Yeah, that was another Italian guy. The dude he won an Oscar for Life Is Beautiful. I forgot the actor's name.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. And then I feel like there was another one too that I'm forgetting, but now Guillermo Del Toro is making another one.
See, he could do like a really sick one, especially with his like artistic vision. These are good beers.
Yeah.
Oh, they're from Rochester.
Oh, all right. Yeah, for the episode tonight, usually we go heavy on the stouts. I changed it up a little bit tonight. First off, we have the Great Lakes Elliot Ness Amber Lager. I haven't tried that yet, but it looks really good.
Yeah. Sounds good. Cool bottle.
6.1% alcohol.
Hey now.
And then we really changed it up. We got the Narragansett Dell's Shandy, which is delicious.
Yeah. That's summertime in a bottle. Well,
Yeah.
in a can.
I was like jumping the gun a little bit, like I'm like it's warming up. Like I definitely want to like get into like the the springtime mood. So I got these.
Yeah. They're Easter beers.
I am a fan of Leinenkugel's Shandy, but I think I like this a little bit better just from the one I had. It was really good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say which one I like better because they're different.
Yeah. Like Leinenkugel's is a little bit more like the beers, like the more like forward flavor.
Yeah.
Where I said this before, like this one's more of like a lemon soda. Like it's really good.
Yeah.
I will say, like I've probably said this before. We did a convention in Minneapolis, like right near the Leinenkugel's brewery,
Oh boy.
and the hotel we stayed at had Shandy on tap.
Oh yeah.
I imagine that's what it's like getting Guinness in Ireland. Like the taste. I mean,
Probably.
like it's good out of a can or out of a bottle. Out of the tap, it was like just like sent from the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this ambrosia?
Yeah. Like I've heard people say when they get Guinness in Ireland, it's basically like a milkshake. It's so good. Like
yeah.
yeah.
I want to do that at some point.
Yeah. I need to do that at some point.
Hit up the Tullamore Dew distillery.
Yeah.
Oh, mama.
Just tour whiskey distilleries and the Guinness
I
factory.
wouldn't survive. I would have to be buried there.
Just roll me to the nearest pub that serves food at the end of the day. We'll be fine. Anyway, back to the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, like my general like feelings on this movie, good. Couple of pacing problems. CGI looks dated, but it is 1997.
Yeah.
What they presented here probably looked great in 97.
Yeah, for sure. I like that there was really only one scene where the CGI was like super janky. That was when she's in the subway and she sees the one when she's by herself.
Yeah.
They showed another one kind of like in the same...
The one that was flying down the ladder was kind of weird looking too.
Yeah, okay, yeah. There was one later that I think was stop motion though that looked a lot better.
Yeah. It was like it was all like jilted looking, like it was like
it was
crazy.
when they were in like the subway,
which was weird because like there's practical effects, like guy in a suit because Doug Jones is in this fucking movie.
Oh, he plays the thing.
He's one of them, yeah. And then there's the CGI ones, but then you have stop motion. It's just
stop
kind of
motion and like practical, like just portions of
Yeah.
some of them.
The stop motion just kind of doesn't make sense, like with the rest of the movie.
I feel like that's something he wanted, like something Guillermo Del Toro wanted, like instead of CGI, like no, let's just use the stop. And quite frankly, I think it looked better than the shitty CGI.
Yeah, it just looked different.
Yeah, you can tell like this looks incredibly different. Like
Yeah. Man, this kid's teeth bother me. Like this kid has got like Neville Longbottom fucking teeth.
Yeah, he does.
Like, how is your mouth not like always dry?
And I realized like Mira Sorvino is an Academy Award winner. I don't buy her as a doctor. I'm sorry. She's kind of like the Keanu. She's like the female Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Where like she like he's a good actor. But a lot of times he has to overcome the fact that he sounds like this, and like she also has the same kind of voice.
He's
like,
totally like from California.
Yeah, and like she also has that same kind of sound to her, and like
Yeah.
yeah,
He's just surfer bro.
Yeah,
She's yeah. I mean, like she really fit in Romy and Michelle. So
yeah. Which is the same year as this.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm not going to be that mean. I was going to say it's like Denise Jones playing a doctor, or Denise Richards playing a doctor in The World Is Not Enough.
Yeah.
She plays Christmas Jones.
Ugh.
Again, not to say that there's not attractive doctors out there. I'm just saying, in this situation,
They're usually not supermodel hot.
Yeah. And I don't believe Mira Sorvino as a doctor.
No. I don't even believe Paul Sorvino is a doctor. What's up, Dad? I don't know.
I feel like the name of this movie is not appropriate for the movie. Because like while yes, they do have like the ability to like on the surface just kind of like glancingly resemble a human, it's really like not their main thing. I mean, like,
that's what they're working towards. Like that's what they're evolving into.
Okay, and that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah,
but I feel like the only example I could think of when I was watching this earlier is like if you had called Nightmare on Elm Street like finger knives. Like he's got finger knives. That's terrifying. But like it ignores like the fact that he like can get you in your dreams. Like he's this boogeyman type.
Yeah.
Like it sells short the monster itself. I feel like.
I really like the title of this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Josh Brolin is so underused in this movie.
This is pre like grizzled old Josh Brolin too. Josh Brolin.
Yeah. I think the title works. Like even if you're taking it out of like context of like I don't think it fits with the creatures. That's fine. It's a really solid title though. Mimic. Like it's just it's short, it's concise, it's memorable.
I feel like it doesn't fully address the threat of the monster though. Like there's so much more than just like that they have like the face on their like carapace basically.
Yeah. I don't know, like what would you call it?
See, I don't know. It would have to be something like more like I think I would focus more on the fact they're evolving or they're like they're bugs, they're like insects or roaches. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but evolution was already a thing.
Yeah, it was a comedy. Yeah, and okay, it's a decent movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the master filmmaker.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm sure Guillermo has his reasons for choosing that.
Oh well, it's based on a short story of the same title.
Oh, all right. Well, that's the reason.
That's the reason. Oh, there we go. Getting bit by a bug because you're an idiot.
I just placed my fleshy palm in front of this thing's mouth. And
Live bug. Here we go.
Yeah. I don't know why it would sting me.
Unknown species of bug. Let me put my hand right in its mouth.
Yeah, I thought that was going somewhere.
Dipshit. Of course, I don't know if it actually got her or because she pulled it away from the glove.
Oh, yeah.
It might have just got the glove.
Maybe.
I don't know. But it's weird that they're full of like foamy jizz.
Full of Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, I guess that's a more appropriate thing to compare it to.
One thing that bugged me later on.
I do love the name for those bugs that she made, though.
The Judas bug?
The Judas breed?
Yeah.
That's sick. That's metal.
That's like a real, like, they're doing that with mosquitoes, not like turning them into, the superhuman monsters.
Well, they might be.
Yeah, they're genetically altering them so that they're like, for some reason, like super attractive to the, I don't know if I think they're females that are like super attractive to the males, but they're sterile.
Oh, okay, so they'll want to breed with those.
So they'll want to breed with those over the regular ones, and they won't lay eggs. Yeah,
good, because fuck mosquitoes.
Fuck mosquitoes.
The only thing that they're useful for is feeding other bugs.
Yeah, and like people are like, oh, we're releasing these genetically modified monsters. Do you remember how they used to deal with mosquitoes around here?
DDT.
There used to be a truck that would drive around at night with just these two nozzles on the back, spraying fog everywhere. And like more than once, I was stuck behind that fucking truck. So like I'm sure I inhaled a lot of that shit.
That's probably bad news.
Yeah, like you just, it would, it's like a horror movie. Like you just turn like, oh fuck, there it is, it's coming. Like you just see like this just pickup truck with fog coming.
Yeah, it says 100% not DEET on it.
Yeah, totally safe. Like,
yikes.
So yeah, I'll take the genetically altered mosquitoes over the death fog.
They did a great job with food. Fucking, I'll eat GMOs all day long.
Seriously, gotta die of something.
Yeah.
The thing I was saying that bothered me. They're like, when they find that subway station, like there's two things that bothered me about that actually. I'll try to remember the second one.
Yeah. Subset.
They find this subway station, and Charles S. Dutton is like, "Oh my god, I've never been this deep before. Like we're so far into this. There is a fucking skylight, in the train station. Like, they're supposed to be so deep underground. There's a skylight right there. There's the sky. Like outside is right there.
Yeah, we're 5 stories down.
Yeah.
I don't think you are, unless I've missed a cue somewhere.
Yeah.
You're about 20 feet down.
We're trapped in here. Nope, outside's right there. You could break the window and somehow get over that. Like it's right there.
How are we gonna get up there?
Yeah.
Jump? I don't know.
The other thing that bothered me, I thought this was clever at first, and then they just beat it to death. When he first gets down in the tunnel with Josh Brolin and the other dude, Charles S. Dutton, and he's like, man, there's some weird shit in there. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny because, like, it is weird shit, but it's also, like, technically, literally
shit.
Weird shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's shit hanging from the walls.
I think my favorite line was, he's just going off. He's like, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck is going to get up here?
Yeah.
Crawl up on the fucking wall and hang one of these fucking things?
I like, I was going to say, for, like, 10 or 15 seconds, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good writing. Like, I like that joke. It works two ways. Like, I wonder if they did that intentionally or if that was just an accident. And then to hammer home the point, he then says shit about 30 times in 10 seconds. Like, right after that. Like,
yep.
Yeah, no, that was intentional. Yeah, that
totally did it on purpose.
Yeah. You found this shit all over here, and we got this shit hanging from the wall. Like, oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, you had me, and then you lost me.
I did enjoy a lot of the acting in this. Like, even the people that I'm not overly familiar with did fucking great. Like, I think that everybody handled what they were given very well. Mm-hmm. I mean, the script has some flaws, like some of the shit jokes that we're talking about. Like, they're just kind of hammering away at the same thing.
Yeah.
And some of the shit that doesn't make sense, you know, like, I'll stick my hand in this bug's fucking mouth, you know, like.
There were so many scenes in this movie that were giving me complete anxiety over nothing to do with the fact of the giant killer bugs.
Yeah. The fact that they're smearing goo all over the fucking cell.
So gross. But in the beginning, I think we might be coming up on it when her and her husband are first like looking for the bugs.
Yeah.
And he drops the flashlight like under the thing. And like they know there's a hole like where the bugs are coming from. I'm like, nope, we just lost that flashlight.
It's gone forever.
Yeah, I have no need to go in there. But no, they're just gonna reach their hand in there. Like you know, again, even if there weren't giant killer cockroaches in there, like you know, in the movie, there are normal cockroaches. There are rats. There's like all kinds of things living
there. There are hobos.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was there was something else I was gonna say. I forgot though.
Yeah.
Later on, when her and Chewie are escaping the tunnels, and they're in the dumbwaiter thing.
Yeah.
And like as it's moving up, she puts her hand like out to grab it. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Your fingers
No.
Like, if that thing goes down, your fingers are off. Like, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of like unsettling shit in the movie, like that wasn't just like them being pursued by the monster.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the king of the species didn't really care for the design.
It wasn't really all that distinct, like from the rest of them. That I could tell. You know,
and the face was just like a weird blotchy kind of mess. Like it.
I don't know.
It didn't really have a form.
Yeah, I don't know if he was supposed to be like somewhat burned from the explosion when they showed him at the end or what.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were trying to do, but you're right. It just looked weird.
Yeah, it just didn't have like a shape.
I feel like this subway station is in every movie that like calls for a subway, because I'm pretty sure it's the same station in
Hellboy,
Warriors, in Hellboy, in Daredevil.
And then they just go, all right, white tile.
Yeah.
White tile. I don't know. Okay. So let's get down to the business here. You got to rate this movie.
I really, really enjoyed this movie. You know, we talk a lot about Saturday afternoon movies on here, and this, I think, 100% fits that mold.
Really?
Yeah, it perfect viewing, I think, for a Saturday afternoon.
This is not an afternoon movie for me.
Really?
Yeah.
A nighttime movie?
This is a nighttime movie for me.
Huh.
Because the movie is so dark.
Yeah.
And so, like, tonal.
Mm-hmm.
I think it needs that, like, dark room ambiance to really, like, get it.
Yeah, I could see that. But I don't know. For me, like, this was perfect, man.
Yeah?
Saturday afternoon viewing. So I really like the story. The ending is what really, like, that's when I was like, oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
That dude would not have survived.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I really had no gripes about it. Like, I thought it was really good. I'm going to give it, like, a 7, I think. Because I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think I'm right there with you. I, like, for pretty much the same reasons, but flip the afternoon movie for, you know, like, nighttime watching.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones where, like, if I have to just chill out and want to throw something on, this is the style of movie that I want. Like, if I don't have to be like really engaged with it, but I need something like that's a little more serious.
Yeah,
this is
this
that
would be
kind
good
of movie.
for that. Yeah, I could see that.
So I think I'm at like a 7. It's like a solid 7.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. I think it really got like maligned from what I remember of the reviews at the time.
There were other bug movies that came out the same year.
I'm trying to think what else came out.
Starship Troopers.
Oh, yeah.
And Men in Black, actually, I think came out the same year.
90. You're right, yeah. And it's just like Species, I think, is the same time, too. And while they're not like the
I thought
same,
Species came out earlier.
you might be right. But that might be like 95, 94 even.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna look into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Species was an alien movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I feel like they kind of like.
Buggish.
Yeah. They're not quite like a knockoff of one another, but like
Yeah.
they're in the same wheelhouse. I feel like.
Yeah. He's so good.
Charles S. Dutton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although his character was getting on my nerves in this fucking movie.
He did get a little annoying.
Yeah.
Like at the middle of his run.
Yeah.
At the end, he
redeems himself.
He redeems himself, but he got like a little too pissy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we get it. Everybody's having a bad time. All right, you ready to do some trivia?
Let us do the trivia.
Let us do the trivia.
Not to bother you with trivia.
I used to think they were kind of trivial. Okay. We don't have a ton of trivia, but we've got some lengthy ones here. Yeah, that's right. Director Guillermo Del Toro disowned the film after constant clashes with Harvey Weinstein and Bob Weinstein. The latter complained that the early footage of the film wasn't scary enough and would frequently visit the set to make unreasonable demands about what should be shot, deviating away from the script. When that did not solve the matter, Weinstein threatened to fire Del Toro, the fucking balls on you, by the way, and replace him with another director. However, Del Toro was saved by intervention from Mira Sorvino, who was a recent Oscar winner for Mighty Aphrodite, which I never saw.
Yeah, no. I think it's a Woody Allen movie.
That's possible.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Woody Allen.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Which was produced by Miramax, by the way. She threatened to quit the film if Del Toro's vision wasn't respected, and she received support from her then boyfriend, which is fucking gross, Quentin Tarantino, who has made several films for Miramax. The Weinsteins finally agreed to let Del Toro stay on, but they oversaw the final cut of the film. Since then, Del Toro has never worked with the Weinsteins again. Good for him. But he made his peace with the film after creating a director's cut that was closer to his vision. So
I would like to see that, I think.
that would probably be much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Weinsteins, man. Like,
Just producers in general, like, don't. You're not the fucking director. You're not a writer. Don't fucking give notes.
yeah,
Like,
you're not a creative.
yeah. You're the money guy. You set shit up. You logistics. Like,
Especially the Weinsteins.
yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to fucking, hire people. Like, don't tell me how to make the fucking movie.
Yeah. Okay, you understand the financial version of the movie making industry.
Yeah.
Not so much the artistic. And I'm sure there are producers that are very artistic,
For sure. I mean, you have directors and stuff that produce stuff all the time. Fucking,
Yeah. I think Spielberg produces more than he directs at this point.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense.
I mean, Del Toro produces a lot of shit now, too.
He does. I think he's always kind of produced.
But yeah, I mean, like...
The Weinsteins, they're just finance guys.
Yeah.
Unless I'm completely wrong, but I don't think I am.
I don't think you are.
I know at least one of them is a giant scumbag. I wouldn't be surprised if the other one wasn't. The character of Manny was originally written by Guillermo del Toro for one of his favorite actors, an Argentinian actor named... I'm gonna fuck this up real bad. Federico Lupi.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. Whom he directed in Kronos.
I've never seen that.
Kronos is really good. It's Guillermo del Toro's take on like vampires.
Yeah.
Which is wild and rad. However, Lupi's English pronunciation was not good enough for the film, so Del Toro chose Giancarlo Giannini instead. In a 2013 interview, Del Toro confirmed the story and stated that what he misses the most about working in Spanish language is the possibility of directing Lupi, for whom Del Toro professes the utmost admiration. So for people who are unaware, Guillermo Del Toro is not...
He's Mexican.
Yeah, he's not an American. And his first, 5, 6 movies were Spanish?
Yeah, at least, I think.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. I think Blade 2 was his first, English movie.
It might have been.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, no. This probably would have been. This is before
Yeah,
Blade 2.
Blade 2 came out in, 98?
That
99?
was 99, maybe, or 2000.
Yeah.
At the latest.
Yeah. So I want to say Trinity was
That was 2004, maybe?
Yeah.
I think.
It was right at the beginning of the Ryan Reynolds boom.
Yeah, because the first Blade is 97. Or at the latest, 98.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah. This was before that then.
Yeah.
Whatever. He used to make movies in Spanish. Now he makes them in English. By the way, his movies in Spanish, fucking amazing.
Fucking movies in English are amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
We're doing a whole month of them, damn it.
We are. So this movie includes several examples of Del Toro's most characteristic hallmarks. He's quoted as saying, "I have sort of a fetish for insects, clockwork, monsters, dark places, and unborn things." And this is evident in Mimic, where at times all are combined into long, brooding shots of dark, cluttered, muddy, chaotic spaces. According to Alfonso Cuarón, Del Toro's friend and colleague, quote, "With Guillermo, the shots are almost mathematical. Everything is planned." Which I have heard that, he goes out of his way to, meticulously set up everything in a shot.
Yeah. I might have told this on
He's
this
got
podcast.
He's got an artist's eye.
I went to a taping of The Nerdist that he did when Pacific Rim came out.
Yeah.
Which was live performances in my Hall of Fame, because on stage at one time it was the Nerdist guys, Chris Hardwick, and other dudes. Fucking Joel Hodgson from Mystery Science Theater was there with them.
Yeah.
And fucking Guillermo Del Toro, just all of them just bullshitting and talking. It was so awesome. And the writer of Pacific Rim, Travis Waltham, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He was there also. And they were talking about how when, basically they put together this 1,000-page Bible of Pacific Rim, just the universe, not even the script, just details of the universe.
I would love to read that.
Yeah. But that's how far how much he goes into these movies, how much he just goes over the top with the prep and just how much he's calculating everything.
Yeah, he's a mad scientist.
I also during the interview he talked about how basically he has what in the drug world you would call a trap house. It's just a house where he has all of his his just monster shit, the shit he likes. And he says, when you first walk in, he has a 10-foot tall Frankenstein head, right in the middle.
No shit.
Yeah, I want to go to that house so badly.
Yeah.
He had a touring exhibit of just shit from the house for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give a nut to go see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Del Toro had originally wanted Andre Braugher to play Dr. Mann, who is a fucking fantastic actor.
That's Mira Sorvino's husband? No, he's not a doctor.
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
Didn't she say, you're not a doctor?
No, I think so.
I know he had a badge at one point, but he was
He's a CDC.
Yeah, CDC. Okay, yeah. All right,
yeah. With the ending, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
So whoever Dr. Mann is, or is that
Hold on.
Is that her mentor guy?
Oh, F. Murray Abraham. It might be. No, it's her husband.
Yeah.
All right.
They have different last names.
Yeah.
Okay. So that character was supposed to be Andre Braugher originally. With the ending showing a Caucasian woman, a black man, and a Latino child as symbolism of the future of mankind coming together. However, the Weinsteins vetoed this idea because they believed America wasn't ready for interracial family and went with Jeremy Northam.
1997, folks.
Yeah.
1997.
Yeah.
Not the 60s. Like.
Yeah. You know what? Would have been fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They would have had a superior actor.
Yeah.
For sure. and not to say that Jeremy Northam was bad. Like, he played the role very well. Like,
yeah, but he's also
fine.
kind of forgettable. Like, you know.
Yeah. He's...
generic white guy. Like, yeah.
Nothing really stood out about him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this was also... okay, so we went over this before. This was released the same year as Starship Troopers, which I fucking love that movie.
I do love that movie. I will never forget I hit a fucking skunk on the way to see that movie that night.
That'll ruin your night.
On the way home.
Yeah.
And the fucking smell was revolting. I mean, skunks smell bad enough, like when you smell them. Like, when you hit them, my God, it's so much worse.
It's like what Joey Diaz says about human shit. It's like, it smells bad, but it's fine until you break it open.
Yeah. Yeah.
The roaches are called the Judas breed, and there's some Christian imagery scattered through the movie, but it doesn't amount to much in terms of meaning, and is pretty much just there because Del Toro likes creepy religious imagery, which is fine. That's also kind of another hallmark of his style. Like, he likes, I don't know, like the juxtaposition of like Catholicism and then like an unholy thing mixed in with it. It's super good. Oh, did you want the bottle opener?
I was trying to do it smoothly without bringing attention to the fact, but yes, I do need the bottle opener.
Yeah, because it's not going to make a noise here. There it goes.
This is the Elliot Ness Amber Ale. Amber Lager, sorry.
Lager. An alternative and more ambiguous ending was filmed where the insects are not eradicated. Instead, Susan, Peter, and Chewie escape the insect hive apart from each other and then reunite on a busy train station. However, as they hug, Chewie already notices more of the insect's signature clicking sounds, indicating that they have already started to mingle among the population. Which, depending on how it was shot, would have been a way better fucking ending.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was going to be like when they were waiting at the exit, they were like, "Oh, funny shoes, shoes." Like,
yeah,
it
would have been cool.
Yeah,
I like that idea better. Like, the ending we got is fine, but it's vanilla.
I was going to mention this before. This movie kind of. Have you ever heard the theory of why people, like the uncanny valley, why that exists, why people are turned off by things that
kind of look human
life,
but don't. Yeah.
Have you ever heard the theory about why that is?
No.
The theory is like the uncanny valley is that, you know, when you see people, like, generally when people see like a CGI movie, the Polar Express is the one that people always like bring up, that it's like the most uncanny valley-ish.
Yeah.
When you see kind of like things that imitate, you know, humans very well, like a little bit too well, it creates this like unsettling feeling in you, and nobody's really understood why.
Yeah.
The theory is that at one point, or even still possibly, there was a predator that could mimic, you know, a human like appearance in order to lure in somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why they're so turned off by, like, you know, it's not real, and it's like it's an inborn like instinct, basically.
Yeah, you get it with like really convincing animatronics and things like that.
Yeah,
where like, yes, it looks human, but it also doesn't. It doesn't look human.
It creates this just like unsettling feeling in you, and like they think that's a theory on like why that could be.
Okay.
Yeah, which is pretty creepy.
It's fucking disturbing.
Yeah.
Which is going to bring us to our last IMDb trivia fact. When the movie was changed from a short film into a feature-length motion picture, writer-director Guillermo Del Toro still wanted to keep the notion from Donald A. Wollheim's source story. namely that the man-sized insects were the product of evolution instead of science. Del Toro envisioned a scene where, envisioned a scenario where God would be fed up with mankind, thus allowing the giant insects to take over as the dominant species. The film was supposed to end on a down note, with the heroine finally finding the male of the colony, creature that could change into a form that was nearly indistinguishable from a man. And it would say leave, showing that the insect's capabilities to mimic human appearance and sounds had become so advanced already that mankind was all but doomed.
All right. I think that would have been a better ending.
Yeah. However, the studio didn't like this idea of the dark ending, so they forced Del Toro to come up with a scientific explanation for the insect's advanced appearance, as well as a happy ending.
Ugh, bullshit. So,
people who, quote unquote, know what the people want don't know what the
fucking people want.
Yeah. We got a great movie. Well, you know what? I won't call it a great movie. It's a good movie.
Decent movie.
We got a good movie. That just could have used some creative freedom, I think.
Yeah.
I think if you let Del Toro just do what he wants to do, he's going to make a good movie. And he's proven that time and time again.
It's not bad.
Not bad?
Yeah, the Elliot Ness Amber Lager is not bad.
All right.
All right. Well, we will move on into the better known as segment of the show.
Excellent.
We will start off with Guillermo Del Toro. We're going to be talking about him a lot over the next month, but we'll talk about his directing stuff, this week. I figured next week we'll talk about some of his acting appearances, because he has been an actor in some things.
Oh, really?
As far as what people probably most know him from, it's probably going to be like Hellboy. He won an Academy Award for The Shape of Water. Did he win one? He won Best Picture. I don't know if he won Best Director.
I don't think so. I think he was nominated.
Yeah. Most recently, Nightmare Alley, which was fucking awesome. I really love that movie.
I still haven't gone back to it. I need to. It's just I haven't been in the right mindset to
it's
start
a heavy
it over.
Movie. Yeah.
Start it over. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Aside from Hellboy and that, in Pacific Rim, Pan's Labyrinth, Blade 2 we mentioned, The Devil's Backbone, Crimson Peak. I skipped over that.
Love Crimson Peak.
I need to rewatch that because I remember just not loving it at the time.
I think we've talked about this. I think you went into it going more for a horror movie, scary horror movie.
Yeah, I went more like a haunted house, horror movie. Yeah,
it is 100% a haunted house horror movie. It is not a scary movie.
Yeah.
It is so gothic. It's amazing.
Looks like, his first 4 movies are in Spanish. Mimic is the first one in English.
Oh, okay. And then he went back to Spanish for Devil's Backbone.
Yeah.
Which I still have to fucking watch because...
I've never seen that either.
It's been on my to-watch list for a solid decade.
I just saw Pan's Labyrinth.
More than a decade.
Recently, within the pandemic, I just saw Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, I saw that on its theatrical release.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
Oh, he did the Strain TV series too, which I enjoyed. I like that.
Yeah, that was a comic book too, wasn't it? I think
it was a novel. Him and somebody else had written a novel.
Oh, I thought it was a
series of novels.
Okay.
Yeah.
I started watching it. It just didn't. I don't know. For some reason, it didn't grab me.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I know it was
a different take.
It was a fresh take. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like a biological kind of explanation where they're basically the disease, the vampire disease is carried in these worms, that infect people, and that's why they become vampires.
Okay.
All right, moving on. We'll start with Mira Sorvino. She played Susan Tyler, who we mentioned earlier. She's probably most well known from Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. That was out, I said, the same year as this, 1997. Some of the other things.
Yeah, I think that is Woody Allen on the Mighty Aphrodite cover.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Woody Allen. Let's see. She won the Academy Award for Mighty Aphrodite. That was 1995.
I remember that being a big movie when it came out. I just never saw it.
Director Woody Allen.
Yeah.
I just have an aversion. Even aside from his personal fucking horrors, I just don't think his movies are that interesting.
He's the Bob Dylan of movies.
Yeah.
He's got an amazing legacy. I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I am not shy to say I walked out on Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she was just in Shining Vale on Epics with Courtney Cox. She was in American Crime Story. I think it's the impeachment season.
I do not like what has happened to Courtney Cox's face in the last few years.
No, she is scary. Yeah.
I don't know if excuse me. I don't know if it's like weird plastic surgery or if
Pretty sure it's weird plastic surgery. Like,
just like nature has taken it out of her ass.
there's a point where you should stop getting plastic surgery, and Courtney unfortunately passed that a while ago. She was in the movie Stuber, which I thought was actually pretty funny. That was the one with Dave Bautista and Kumail Nanjiani.
I didn't see it.
Dave Bautista is like a police detective, and he's like nearsighted. It's basically like a Mr. Magoo, but like a detective, and like
Oh, okay.
yeah, like Kumail Nanjiani is like his Uber driver. It was pretty funny. She did a little stint on Modern Family. Aside from that, she was on Lady Dynamite, which was Maria Bamford's sketch series on Netflix, which was pretty funny.
Sometimes I think she's fucking hilarious, and other times I can't stand her.
Yeah, it's very weird. Yeah, she is very like out there humor, but she is for the most part pretty funny. She was in Falling Skies for a while, which I thought was a pretty good show. It was an alien invasion show on TNT a couple of years back.
Oh yeah. By a couple, you mean
She was on it from 2014 to 15.
8 years ago?
Yeah, I think it wrapped up in like 20. Oh, maybe it was 2015 when it wrapped up. Yeah, that was a while ago. Holy Christ. Let's see. Anything else that jumps out?
Yeah. Her second movie.
Oh, that's right. She was in The Stuff. Her father is in that as the general. Yeah, she is an uncredited factory worker.
Yep.
Anything else? Quiz show. Beautiful Girls, Mighty Aphrodite, which you said she won the award for.
Yeah.
The Replacement Killers with Chow Yun-fat.
That movie was terrible.
Yeah. The Spike Lee movie, Summer of Sam.
That movie was terrible.
Yeah, it was. She's in a Massive Attack video.
Wow.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Jeremy Northam, who I was watching, I'm like, this guy's familiar. I think I know him from somewhere. I don't.
No, nothing?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's in like, things that I recognize the name of, but like, really not much I've seen. He's in The Crown, which I've seen a couple episodes of, which is pretty good. It's just very dry and like.
I'm just not into those period pieces.
Yeah.
Shelley watches them all the time. Like, she loves it. Like,
yeah, Amanda and I started watching it. I think we both just. I think she hit the wall before I did. To be
Oh,
quite
really?
honest. Yeah. But I mean, like, aside from that, like, he was on The Tudors. Looks like 15 episodes of The Tudors, which a lot of people went on to bigger stuff from that. I think it's where Henry Cavill comes from, who went on to play Superman. Natalie Dormer went on to Game of Thrones. He's like an actory ass actor, so there's like
yeah.
yeah, Gosford Park, Happy Texas.
Amistad.
Oh yeah, he's like a judge or something. And I was Judge
Yeah.
Coughlin in Amistad.
Oh, The Net. He was in The Net.
Oh yeah, that movie, The Net, with the girl from the bus. It's a Jerry Stiller line from Seinfeld. And yeah, like, just, not much anybody would probably have heard of. I almost didn't even include him
Yeah.
in the Better Known As. Moving on, Giancarlo Giannini, probably best known to our audience as Inspector Potsy from Hannibal. Yeah, he was also in Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale.
How about that Casino Royale, man? Like, that fucking movie was so good.
Yeah.
The
fucking beginning.
I was
the second
really-
one is much easier. He just kills this dude in cold blood.
I remember when that was coming out, I was like, man, like, new Bond, it's all slick and shit. And then I watched it.
I
And
was
like,
ready for it. I mean, I've always been a James Bond fan. Like,
I think
Although
I think it's what the series needed. Like, the Pierce Brosnan stuff was like just dead to me.
Yeah, it got into basically the latter half of Sean Connery's run as James Bond, where like this is just goofy and over the top. Like,
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, fucking awesome. Although I do have my gripes about the last one, No Time to Die. Was that it? Yeah.
I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, I won't say anything.
Although I got to tell you, like, my interest in the series with Daniel Craig has decreased with every movie.
I could definitely understand that. I could definitely understand that. Spectre was like not great.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think the beginning of that movie was awesome. Where he's in that Day of the Dead like parade.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and then like it just kind of I lost it halfway through.
That kind of set the whole thing up where it was like, oh, are they going to do like an old school kind of villain picture?
Yeah, and they were, but they weren't. They were going
Yeah.
old school with like, fucking. Why can't I remember his name? Blofeld. Jesus.
Oh, Blofeld. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like I don't know. It's just the execution wasn't all there.
Yeah.
And then the one thing I will say that is not too spoilery about No Time to Die. Nobody, and I mean fucking nobody, wants James Bond with a wife and kid.
No.
Nobody wants that.
No.
Yeah. And that's where I will leave that. Like, just no. Just don't.
no.
Just don't do that.
Just don't.
Yeah. Don't. No. I mean, everything else, Giancarlo Giannini, and it's pretty much an Italian movie. He's in some kind of notable things here and there, American-wise, you know. Sorry.
Yeah. Good luck finding him.
Yeah, it's a.
It would probably be up in his like.
Yeah, it's sprinkled through pretty generously throughout. I feel like
You scrolled for a long time to get to
we're really
Quantum of
phoning in
Solace.
this better known as segment this week.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of.
Oh, Man on Fire.
With Denzel Washington.
That was a good movie.
I've never seen. That's where he's like a bodyguard, right?
Yeah.
Dracula. I think that was the one that was on NBC like way back.
2002?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
Or is that the BBC one? Oh, God.
Dracula's Curse.
What the fuck is that?
No, the BBC one was like 2 years ago, which started off awesome.
That went right in the toilet.
And then, yeah, the third fucking installment just...
Like, as soon as they went to modern times,
Yeah.
like,
Nope.
I'm good on that.
How do we kill Dracula? Oh, he's going to love to death. What?
Love should not cure zombies and should not kill Dracula.
Yeah. Two things love should not do. Cure zombies, kill Dracula. Call me cynical. He's in the Dune TV series. I'm from
Oh,
Sci-Fi.
that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, like I knew there was something else in here that was worth scrolling through. After that, it's pretty much.
I want to watch that again. That's so fucking good. What I really want is the second part of the newest Dune to come out.
Yeah,
Like immediately. I need that in my life right fucking now.
when that movie ended, I was just like, oh man.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, like it's gonna be at least a couple of years until we get the second part of this.
Yeah, and I knew it was like that too.
And like, at that point, it wasn't even like a guarantee that we were getting the second part.
Yeah.
But that movie, I've been meaning to watch it again. That movie was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in, like we're at 1975, and I've been
Yeah.
He's in the original Swept Away, which Madonna made a horrible remake of in the 90s or 2000s, with her husband Guy Ritchie, who's another like hit or miss filmmaker.
Yeah. As much as I want to love like all of his stuff,
Some of it's shit. Yeah,
Revolver sucked.
Yeah, Snatch, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Like, I could make the argument that it is my favorite movie, like hands down. But Revolver, balls.
Yeah.
Rock and Rolla was okay.
It was all right. It was fucking mid tier. I'm not even that crazy about Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Don't get me wrong.
Sherlock Holmes was okay. The one with Robert Downey Jr. I don't like those.
I did like those.
I did not see the newest one. I heard that was very good though. Is it A Man Apart? The one with Jason? No, that's the Vin Diesel movie.
Yeah.
It's the Jason Statham movie.
They're all Jason Statham movies.
Yeah, hold on. I know it's on my list on Paramount. Hold on.
I don't know. You just don't really hear about him that much anymore.
Yeah. This one was like basically like a return to like Wrath of Man. That's it. Like a British gangster movie, basically,
Oh,
which is his sweet spot. Like just make those movies.
yeah. But
Snatch is goddamn brilliant.
the best part of his movies though was all the downtime between. It's like Tarantino. Like the downtime between the action is where the movie is.
Yeah,
Like,
just people talking. Like
yeah.
just the dialogue in Snatch is fucking hysterical.
Like Dags.
Yeah, like dogs. Oh, dogs. Yeah. Who's proper fuck now? Like, oh god. Just the end of that movie is just so fucking amazing. Like
Yeah.
everything you think has been happening has been complete bullshit.
Yep.
Because this is what's really been happening. Like at
Yeah.
the same time. Like,
I
love that
gotta
movie.
rewatch that one too.
Oh man. And the
So good.
soundtrack is top notch too.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Is he a more consistent director than Tarantino?
Yes, and only because most of his movies are terrible. Like they're consistently bad. I'm almost like I think I've at the beginning of this conversation I was a fan of Guy Ritchie. Now I think his good movies are an anomaly. Sorry, man.
All right.
But Snatch is fucking awesome. I cannot recommend
Snatch
that
is
movie.
amazing.
That's that is on the tier for me with Jaws, where like if it's on TV and I catch it, I'm going to watch the rest of it. Like no matter what point I catch it. Your gun says replica on the side. Mine says Desert Eagle .50.
Yep. Did you know that guy was a professional soccer player?
Vinnie Jones, yeah. Notorious for grabbing dudes' balls. Like,
Yeah. Also a criminal.
yeah.
One of my favorite podcasts is called Crime in Sports, and they will cover a sports icon or just shit tier athlete or whatever.
Yeah.
Just as long as they're involved in sports somehow. And the crimes that they commit and get caught for, they did an episode on him. It was fucking awesome.
Bullet Tooth Tony.
Yep.
What's the fucking one line? Why do they call him Boris the Bullet Dodger? Because he dodges bullets. God, I love that movie so much.
Yep.
He's a getaway driver. The fuck can he get away from?
That was a large man.
Oh. But then there's like this very...
But he can't fucking drive.
Yeah, like the whole movie, like he's this big fat dude. He's moving around slowly.
Yeah.
But there's this one scene. It's such a subtle joke, and it's hilarious. It's when they see they're looking for Benicio del Toro's character,
Yeah.
and like he's the first one to spot him, and he's like, "Oh, wait, hold on a second. And like he stops the car and like, "Where are you going?" And then like in a half a second, he's behind him, and like he just knocks him out. Like he just, out of nowhere, he just sneaks up on him. Like, oh God, I love that movie so much.
I'm watching that.
Yeah.
I'm watching that tomorrow.
It came at me from a funny angle. You backed up. When you back up, things come from the back. Oh. Anyway, Charles S. Dutton. Probably best known from Alien 3.
Yeah.
And also,
Second best Alien movie.
I will agree with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes 1, 3, 4, 2.
2, 3, 4, yeah, 1. You're right. Yeah.
We're going to argue about this until one of us dies.
Let's see. Some of the other stuff Charles S. Dutton was in.
Last one alive wins the argument.
I for a second I thought he was dead, but he's not. The last thing he was in though was in 2016. Excuse me. Aside from Alien 3 and Rock, which was a dramedy on Fox back in the day, he was in American Horror Story for a couple episodes a few years ago. 10 years ago. 11 years ago. Jesus
Keep going.
Christ.
Yeah, keep going.
Whew. Criminal Minds, Law and Order LA.
Criminal Minds is one of those TV shows where you can either turn it on and watch it all fucking day or just catch an episode.
Never seen an episode.
Yeah.
Same with any flavor of Law and Order. Never seen a single episode. He was in the movie Legion, which I hear is good. I've never seen it though. It's with Paul Bettany, where he's like an angel, right?
I did not like the movie, but apparently the show gets really good reviews.
Unrelated property, but yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I thought there was a sci-fi show.
Legion, the show, is about Professor X's son.
No, I want to say there's another Legion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there was one based on the movie that the Sci-Fi Channel had.
The show, mind-blowing.
The X-Men show?
It's not. It does not refer. Like, I think in season 2, they finally mentioned that, like, oh yeah, his dad was this like powerful like psychic, and like they show him like it's in like a cartoon, like it's like flashback type of segment. They're like describing his past, but he's never like, it's like mutants are not part of it. Like it's just David, his kid, the character. He's like this multiple like personality. He's got dissociative identity disorder. Like each one has like a different power basically. But
That's
like,
wild.
Yeah, he's like the most fucking powerful telepath, and like it is.
Is that based on a run of something, or it's just like an original story?
There's a Legion comic, but I think it's just very tangentially. Like I think the only like kind of thing that transfers over is the fact that it's like Professor X's son, and it's very loosely translated over. It is just such a like genre bending like. Just crazy show, and it takes a weird turn at the end of the second season where you find out that like, oh wait a minute, like maybe the main character who we've been following as a hero isn't, like maybe he's actually a very bad guy, and like we've just been sold this line of bullshit.
Yeah.
And it kind of, that's where season 3 ends up, and I think that's the last season.
Was that an FX show?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really out there.
So you don't have to be like super involved in the Marvel universe.
No, it has nothing to do with the Marvel universe. It's just a Marvel property, like in name, pretty much. Yeah. Oh man, like Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords plays like this dude who there's this villain, the Shadow King, who's an X-Men villain. Yeah. And he just basically like he's like a mental villain. Like he takes people's bodies over and like control them. Fucking plays him amazingly.
That's the guy that voiced Uk'otoa, right?
From Moana, right? Yeah, the crab. I've been meaning to rewatch that show. It's so good. But it's very, very out there. It's somebody described it as if David Lynch made a superhero show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds wild as shit.
Yeah. Moving on, Josh Brolin.
Obviously, everybody knows him as Cable.
You probably know him as Cable. You probably know him more as Thanos in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
No Country for Old Men is a movie he is known from. People say that's a great movie. I will disagree all day on that.
Yep. That movie is boring as shit.
Yeah, it is. It 100% is.
It's filmed well. All the shots are set up well.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less.
Yep. I saw it. I remember like. Because I was hyped to see it when it came out. Like, this is going to be awesome. Like, I brought, like, people with me. Like, this is going to be so great. And, like, walking out, like, that was not good at all.
That was dry as shit.
Yeah.
He's in Dune.
Yeah. Which I really need to watch again. That was such a good movie.
Yeah.
Just beautiful, well shot. Like, just, man.
No, it's gorgeous. The movie is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah. We mentioned Thanos. He's Thanos across the Marvel Universe.
Yep. Hail Caesar. That sucked.
Wasn't that a Coen Brothers? It wasn't like a...
Yeah.
They didn't write it, but they directed it, I think.
I don't know. They had their dicks in it somewhere.
Yeah. So maybe that's why it wasn't, like, great.
And it should have been awesome.
Written by Joel and Ethan Coen. Yeah, that was not great.
I mean, you look at it. Look at the fucking cast on that movie.
Yeah, I mean, like everything about like the cast is awesome. Like,
on paper,
this
movie's amazing.
The subject matter, like them in the 50s in Hollywood. All right, yeah, like let's do it. Just execution was not there.
Yeah.
Let's see, Sicario. That's a really good movie that he was in.
I still haven't seen it.
The first one is really good. I understand the second one, like, just is basically like a straight up action movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the first one was like a really deep like drama that you have to like think, and then like I think the second one is just like guns and that's guns blazing and drugs.
Oh, sweet.
He was in Inherent Vice, which is a pretty decent movie. Oh, he's in A Dame to Kill for Sin City. Let's just gloss right over that.
Correct. Yeah, the American remake of Old Boy.
I've never seen either, but I know the twist in that. I heard they're good movies.
They're okay. I mean, they're pretty much the same movie.
Yeah.
Just some differences. Gangster Squad looked awesome.
Yeah,
did not execute.
Not great. He was young Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black 3, which is perfect casting.
He fucking nailed that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Jonah Hex.
Oh, that's right. He was in Jonah Hex.
Fucking, I loved it.
I've never seen that.
Oh, man.
He played George Bush in W.
Yeah.
He was in Planet Terror, the zombie half of Grindhouse.
American Gangster.
Oh, yeah, that was another Denzel Washington movie I forgot about.
He was in Grindhouse. What the?
Planet Terror.
What the? I can't remember that one so much.
It's the zombie one. He's like the ex-husband of the doctor woman.
Oh, okay. The Doctor Woman.
The Doctor Woman.
Hey, Doctor Woman.
The Young Riders. That was like a Western TV series, I think on ABC.
Yep.
21 Jump Street, and most notably,
I did not know that was his first movie.
The Goonies. Yeah.
Holy shit.
He plays Brand in The Goonies. And his dad is James Brolin, actor. Most notably, probably from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. At the end, he's the one who plays Pee Wee Herman in the movie.
That's what he's best known for.
Well, Amityville Horror. Sorry.
Okay.
Moving on. Alex Karomaze. Sure. She was Remy. She was Mira Sorvino's friend. Mm-hmm. She was in some known movies here. She was in The Haunting, the Jan de Bont haunted house movie from 1999. Kindergarten Cop from 1990.
Click on The Haunting real quick. I just
There's
want
one
to
with Liam Neeson and Lily Taylor. Oh, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Okay, that's the only movie I've ever gone to see with my father at the theater.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen 2 movies with my dad.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon 2 and Back to the Future.
Nice. Yeah, this is the only one I saw with my dad, and the only one I went to see with my grandfather was Air Force One.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of this movie. I thought it was kind of dumb.
Shelley loves it.
I don't know. It just did not scratch the haunted house itch for me.
It's a decent haunted house flick.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Let's see. Was there anything else that she was in of note?
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop. I had mentioned.
Oh, Mimic 2.
She plays the same character in Mimic 2. One of the many Children of the Corn sequels.
Ugh.
I want to watch the first one over again, but from what I understand, it's not going to hold up.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh man, like a full-grown man should be able to just take these kids out.
Just knocking kids out left and right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh, she was in Northern Exposure.
Oh, okay. F. Murray Abraham, who played Mira Sorvino's mentor. To quote Lin-Manuel Miranda in Curb Your Enthusiasm, the F stands for fucking awesome.
Look, he's in Moon Knight.
Yeah, he's currently in Moon Knight. He's the voice of Khonshu. He's the Egyptian god of the moon who gives Moon Knight his powers.
Mythic Quest, and I know that title.
That's a really good sitcom. Well, I don't know if it can qualify as a sitcom, but it's on Apple TV. It's by 2 of the guys who did It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Charlie Day and Rob McElhenney.
Okay.
It's about like a video game company. They run like this MMO game online that's like really popular. It's just them like running the company. It's really funny. He plays like he plays the guy who's like in charge of like the story of the world. Basically, he's like this old school like sci-fi writer who won like a bunch of awards in the 70s.
Yeah.
He's like washed up now, basically. And, Yeah, that's how he makes his living, is writing video games. It's a really good show. I recommend it.
It'd be great if it wasn't on Apple TV because I'm not doing that.
Surprisingly, Apple TV has quality fucking shows. Like I
can't.
shit on there.
I just can't get another subscription. I can't do it.
100% understand. Like I got it when I got my new phone, and it just got to the point where my free subscription ran out. And I'm like, I guess I'll keep paying for it.
I just got Paramount Plus, and I'm like, this is the last one.
Yeah.
Because it's got all the Star Treks on it.
Yeah, I just need some of these services to start folding and just merging with other ones.
Yeah, being bought out by somebody else.
Yeah, let's get our shit together here.
I would love it if there was some sort of parent app that you could just bundle things into.
Yeah, I want Amazon's going that way where you can get your Prime subscription, but you can. I've got my Shudder AMC Plus through there.
Yeah,
I've got Showtime through there.
But maybe throw me a little fucking discount, you know?
Knock a few bucks off the price. That would be nice in a perfect world.
Yeah.
Anyway, F. Murray Abraham.
Grand
Llewyn Davis.
Grand Budapest Hotel is apparently really good.
Yeah, Wes Anderson, I just burned out on fucking cutesy, twee, Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah.
They're good movies. I think the last one I really, truly enjoyed was...
They're the handlebar mustache of movies.
Yes. Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou was really good. I just saw The French Dispatch recently, and it's okay. It's a good movie. It looks good. I cannot deal with the fucking cutesy, everything's prim and proper and all right, we get it. You have a fucking...
That's his niche.
Yeah.
And he does really well at it.
We're everybody's really fastidious and just very detail oriented and and just hung up on things that don't matter for the past 60 years.
Blood Monkey.
Blood Monkey. What else has F. Murray Abraham been in?
Well, you're only in 2002.
I mean, he's in a lot of a lot of movies.
Oh, Muppets from Space. There you go.
There you go. Muppets from Space. Star Trek Insurrection. He's in, most notably probably, he's in Scarface. He is in...
Surviving the Game.
Last Action Hero. He's in Last Action Hero and Loaded Weapon 1. So he's got the action movie parody, market cornered.
Yeah.
Anything else that
I don't know. Last Action Hero is more... I think that leads more satire than parody.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not jokey, but it's a send-up of those.
It knows what it's doing, but it's still an action movie.
Yeah. Whereas Loaded Weapon 1 is basically just jokes.
Wasn't that Leslie Nielsen?
No, that was Emilio Estevez and Sam Jackson. That one's actually pretty fucking funny. I remember watching that one a lot back in the day. Anything else? All in the Family he was in.
Fucking Serpico, man.
Serpico, yeah.
That movie is so good.
I haven't seen that in a while. Moving on. Norman Reedus, who was very briefly in this movie.
Yeah.
Plays the sewer worker. Most notably, Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead.
Yep. Untitled Carol and Daryl spinoff.
Yeah, they're just going to beat that horse.
I don't give a fuck, and I don't think anybody else does anymore either.
They're doing that spinoff. They're doing the one with Negan and Maggie. They're doing... I think they're continuing that, what's the other one? Fear the Walking... enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
I don't care.
Stop.
You've beaten it to death.
You've completely killed any interest I used to have. I used to love zombie movies.
They were my favorite. They were my favorite.
My favorite genre of horror movie. And, I just don't give a fuck anymore.
No. Because, The Walking Dead, when that show started, fucking awesome.
Amazing.
I didn't need it to go on for 15 years.
Yeah. Just wrap it up already. And, by the time, with the comic, even with the comic, I fell into the same thing where, I'm reading this just because I've read the whole thing.
Yeah.
I know I was so relieved because they surprise announced the end. They're just all right, The Walking Dead is ending tomorrow. It's the last issue.
It was 150 something issues, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was 150 or 124.
Something.
I don't remember. I remember it might have been I think it was 150. I think because
That's so many fucking issues.
yeah. It's just, but like I was just so like by the time it ended, like, oh thank God, I don't have to buy this every month anymore. Like
I bought the, like, when they first came out, the bigger hardcover collected.
Yeah, that's how I got into it.
I got the first two of those. I didn't feel the need to buy anymore.
Oh, see, I read the whole run because I caught up, and once I caught up, I started buying the issues.
Yeah.
And like it, I mean, it's the same thing as the show. Like this just ran out of steam. And Robert Kirkman even admits it. Like when he, like, I think he wrote like a thing in the last issue, like explaining like why. He just basically was like, I was plotting out like what I need to do to like get to issue 200, and like there's just like all the setup and like
so much filler.
Yeah, he's like, I just don't have it anymore. Like I can't. And I don't blame. Like he should have just wrapped it up. Like I think he even said like he was originally going to wrap it up at issue 100.
Yeah.
But it was just because it was so popular, he just kept it going.
Yeah.
And like,
and Robert Kirkman's got good stories in him. Like,
I would say up until like if they ended it after Negan came in, if that was the last like baddie that they faced, I think it would have been legendary.
Yeah.
But it's just like after that, it's just the same thing. I mean, even Negan's the same thing over and over again. He's just the governor again.
Yeah.
It's, you have the governor, you have Negan. After that, you have Alpha.
You have a bad guy in charge, and then there's another bad guy in charge.
Yeah.
And then another bad guy in charge.
Oh, look, a group of survivors. I hope they're nice. Oh, they're not. We're going to fight them.
Yeah.
We won. Okay, everybody loves us. Great. Let's, expand the world. Oh, another group of survivors. I hope they're nice.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not. We're going to war. Okay, like, oh, God. Like, I just...
and on top of it, I can only watch Andrew Lincoln have a mental breakdown so many fucking times.
Coral! I think those movies that he was doing are all like scrapped, thankfully. Nobody wants a fucking Walking Dead movie or series of Walking Dead movies. Like,
no, I don't need any of that.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Like it just needs. You just need it to. I just need all the zombies to go away.
Yeah.
For like 10 years.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, like, it might have been a 5-year period, but no, you keep beating the fuck out of it. So, like, we need to go away for longer.
I'm done. Like, I want to go back to, like, wishing I could find zombie movies.
Yeah, like, oh, man, I need more zombie movies. Like, no, now I just, like...
Yeah. By the way, read other things that Robert Kirkman has written.
Specifically Invincible.
Oh, my God. I'm assuming it is still coming out.
Yeah, that should be coming out soon. Season 2 of the show.
Well, I meant like the issues.
I thought he was done.
Oh, is it done?
Yeah,
I haven't paid attention in a long time. I haven't bought comics in a very long time. But when Invincible was fresh, that was the best superhero comic out there.
Yeah. I was reading a thing today. Like he created that and like some of the other stuff he was doing just because he wanted to get away from the darkness of writing The Walking Dead. Like, I was reading actually in today's issue of Crossover, and not today's issue, but the most recent, which is another amazing comic series that's like so incredibly meta that it's mind breaking.
Yeah.
But Robert Kirkman is a character in the newest issue.
Oh, okay.
And he's talking about how spoilers for anybody who might want to read Crossover. The premise of it is like there's this big giant event, and basically like an actual comic book crossover is happening in the real world, and like now there are like comic book characters like coming into the real world somehow, and nobody knows like what's going on. So Robert Kirkman is like confronted by Negan in the book, and Negan's like, "What the why would you do this to me? Like you give me this life where everything's like fucked up. You kill my wife. Like everything's hard. Like." Why would you create this? Like, and he's like, basically, he's like, you think I wanted to do that? You think I enjoyed writing that? He's like, no, I did it because I got money from it. Like, it gave me this life that I have. Like, I didn't, it put me in such a bad place writing all that stuff for you that I had to write things like Invincible that were like brighter and like Invincible.
It's dark as shit.
I was gonna say being the brighter property is like, it's pretty fucking harsh. Like.
You know what he wrote that when it came out, it got pretty good praise, but I think it kind of fell off real quick. Was with the fucking Wolfman,
the Incredible Wolfman,
Incredible Wolfman.
I found the first
it's a weird like starting word.
Astonishing Wolfman, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. I found like the first 2 issues when I was scanning comics this week.
Yeah.
I found the
Those jumped in price soon after.
Yeah, I found the first 6 issues minus issue 4. I'm still on the hunt for it.
Yeah.
Of the Umbrella Academy yesterday.
Oh, that's got to be worth some scratch.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I showed you what I found the other day, though. The Why the Last Man. That's the one that's the big money right now.
Yeah. That got canceled after 1 season.
Which sucked, because that was a pretty good show.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to watching DMZ.
That was pretty good. It's
even though it's not the comic.
Yeah, it definitely suffered because it was originally supposed to be 8 episodes, or might have even been 10 episodes, and because of COVID, it got cut down to 4.
Ugh.
So they really had to like compress the story, and it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's a little heavy.
We have gone on such a tangent.
Yeah.
Which started with Norman Reedus.
He's Daryl Dixon. He's the dude from Boondock Saints.
You know,
You know Daryl. Yeah.
And Blade 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's the guy who fucks over Blade and Blade 2.
Oh, and the walking simulator video game.
Stranding?
Death Stranding.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We're going to wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
We got 2 more to go. Glenn Bang plays Yang. He was actually in some decent stuff. He was in the 12 Monkeys TV series, which I never saw, but I loved the original movie. We had to watch that in high school, I remember.
Who the fuck was Yang? Was he the preacher?
No,
because that guy was older.
Wasn't there a kid with the Chinese guy who gets pulled into the thing? I don't remember. Whatever. He's Yang and Mimic. He's in Johnny Mnemonic.
I love Johnny Mnemonic.
That's why I left it up here.
Yeah.
He was in the 90s.
Just for me?
Yeah. He was in the 90s remake of the Kung Fu series.
That was not a remake. That was
continuation.
It was a continuation.
It is in the title. The Legend Continues.
It is a sequel series about his son and him meeting up with his son, who is a detective.
Okay.
I think he's like a homicide detective or something like that.
Yeah. Good for him.
I used to watch that show a lot.
Finally, Julian Richings. Who the fuck was he in this? I don't even remember. I think he was like a homeless guy. The reason I saved him, he is in a lot of movies. A lot of known movies too.
Yeah.
And like he has a face that I know I've seen.
Go back up. What was his character name in this?
He's literally just like homeless guy.
Okay.
But he's in a lot of movies, like in prominent stuff. What's the most recent? He's in the movie Stardust. Oh no, that's not the movie Stardust. That movie's older than 2020.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's also very good.
I've never seen that one.
It's a long haul, but
yeah,
it's good if you like Neil Gaiman properties.
All right, he was in the American Gods TV series. He was in the Doom Patrol TV series for a couple of episodes.
Is that the guy that played? Is he the one that played Death in Supernatural?
I don't know. He was also on the 12 Monkeys TV series. He's in The Magicians. I heard Channel Zero is a good series. I've never seen it. It's like an anthology.
I think it's like
Kind of like a Twilight Zone type of thing.
No, I want to say it's more like American Horror Story, where it's like anthology seasons.
Oh, okay.
I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is.
Okay. Killjoys. I think that was the series written by what's his name from Gabriel, the dude from My Chemical Romance.
Gerard Way.
Like Gabriel Way? No, it's Gabriel Ba who did the art for the Umbrella Academy, which was written by Gerard Way.
I know he had a something Killjoys comic book.
Yeah, it was like the record, comic, and I think like TV show.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're super talented in multiple mediums.
Yeah.
You just make shit.
Just make multimedia projects like that. He was in Orphan Black, which is a pretty good show. Ooh, excuse me. Looks like he did some voices for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Played Charles Darwin in that. He was in the Hannibal TV series.
Oh, he was in The Expanse too.
All right. He was Death in Supernatural.
Cool. I have all the Expanse novels, like the audiobooks, on my phone. I just haven't gotten around to them yet.
I heard the show is really, really. It's like the best, like the most like realistic adaptation of like what would happen.
It's fucking gritty.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Huh.
The universe is super cool. Like everything's super lived in.
Yeah.
Right. I think my favorite part, like to just like show like how quote unquote like realistic it is. Like they've got these like glass phones or whatever, so it's like instead of holding it like a cell phone, it just looks like a sheet of glass, but it's got all your shit in it.
Yeah.
The main character is just cracked. Like
yeah.
Like
Much like our glass phones are these days.
Yeah.
He was in The Witch. He was in the Hell on Wheels TV series.
That had 2 good seasons.
The Robert Eggers directed The Witch. I really want to see The Northman. He directed
Yes.
that. It looks. He was on Attack of the Show Thursday night doing an interview for it. And, like it looks really awesome.
Yeah.
They showed like a little clip from it.
Not based on the comic, right?
I don't believe it's his own thing. Him and Alexander Skarsgård came up with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't.
You ever read that fucking comic book?
No.
Holy shit, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. If you like Vikings and you like comic books.
He said it's, like with all the people that they had working on it, it's like the most like historically accurate Viking movie like ever made.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see that. That comes out next week.
Fucking sweet.
Or by the time this comes out, it will have been out for like a week or so.
Yeah. Septic Man.
He was in Man of Steel, Lore M. That's a Kryptonian name. I'm not sure.
He's just really good at being like creepy skinny guy.
Yeah. He's like the face when you see him, like, oh yeah, he's definitely been creepy skinny guy in a lot of stuff. I feel like
Bag of Bones. I think he was like the titular character.
He was the Bag of Bones. Ferryman and Percy Jackson. Season Survival of the Dead. One of the last George Romero movies, I believe. I won't say anything of the quality of that movie.
Yeah,
but,
don't. Yeah. Just don't.
Saw 4.
Shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em up. I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember that being fun.
Yeah, I remember enjoying the hell. Clive Owen is basically Bugs Bunny in that movie with guns.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He's eating carrots and shit too.
I think that's intentionally like that's supposed to be. He is Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
X-Men: The Last Stand.
Okay, so, what the fuck is his name? Oh god, the bad guy in that movie.
I don't remember.
Oh fuck. God damn it. Who's the main character in the actor in Sideways?
Oh, Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti.
Yes,
yes.
yeah.
He plays such a good scumbag.
He's in the movie Open Range, which I keep hearing is awesome, like an awesome Western.
Yeah?
It's with Kevin Costner and, guy who played Tom Hagen in The Godfather. Robert.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Why am I forgetting his name?
Duvall.
Holy shit. Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, him.
Robert Duvall. You may have heard of him. He's been in some stuff.
Yeah, he's only like a world-class fucking actor.
Yeah. Anything else? Oh, he's in La Femme Nikita, the series, which we mentioned a couple of episodes ago.
We did.
He's in the Highlander series. Universal Soldier 2.
Yeah.
Urban Legend. It was like one of the many, many Scream ripoffs that came out in the late 90s. Mimic. He's Workman in Mimic.
Workman.
And that's really probably the last of the bigger known things. Still only in 1995.
Yeah.
He's in the RoboCop TV series, which I remember watching. I don't remember it being good, though.
I don't really remember anything other than watching it.
Yeah. It's on. It's got RoboCop. Yeah. I'm going to watch it. He was in the Maniac Mansion TV series.
Jesus Christ.
The War of the Worlds TV series, which we mentioned here from time to time. Yeah. And that is it. Sadly, this week, no Murder, She Wrote. I thought for sure this guy was going to have been on Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
Nope. I thought F. Murray Abraham might have been also
I wonder if Doug Jones has been on Murder, She Wrote.
You know what? I'm willing to fucking investigate.
How about we skip that last one?
He is the last one.
Who?
This dude that we're on, Julian.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
I want to say we're officially into crapshoot territory for the last roughly 45 minutes.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with Doug Jones, he plays like the creature in like most popular movies.
Yeah.
Anything with
specifically Del Toro movies.
Yeah. He's Ape Sapien in the Hellboy movies. He's the fish monster in Shape of Water.
Yep.
He's in the Hocus Pocus movies. He's currently on Star Trek Discovery. You know what? I'm just going to jump right to the...
If you ever see a creature with a long neck and longer fingers, it's probably Doug Jones.
Oh, he's one of the gentlemen on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, another creature with a long neck and long fingers. And he's Pencilhead in Mystery Men. I forgot about that, too. Long John.
Yeah, that was...
Silk Stockings.
Sweet.
Tales from the Crypt. Food for Thought. Oh, I want to see what that one is. Psychic clown and a part-time cook who abuses his assistant and wife learns that she's another wife having an affair.
Yep.
Ernie Hudson, Joan Chen. I don't remember that one. That's right. He's in Batman Returns. He's the weird skinny clown in that. Nope. No Murder, She Wrote. He was on an episode of In Living Color, though.
That's just as good.
Silk Stockings, Tank Girl.
I love Tank Girl.
We had no old people solving murders shows this week.
Not a one.
Yeah, that's weird.
Damn.
Son of a bitch, man. I think we've had every Men in Black movie on this episode.
We've at least referenced them. Yeah,
we've had at least 3 and 2, and I'm pretty sure number 1 came up at some point.
Number 1 came up because it came out the same year as Mimic.
He was the Silver Surfer in that terrible
That's right.
Fantastic Four sequel.
Which is completely covered up by the fact that he's Abe Sapien, which is just...
Yeah.
Chef kiss.
Yeah, go see a Doug Jones property. He's in a lot of good ones.
Yeah, he really is. Especially now, because he's, like, super well known for being good at being a monster.
I'm like, he's in the Dragon Age game? Nope. TV series. Which I didn't realize they made a TV series out of.
Yeah. I'm not going to watch that.
Nah.
I love those games. Well, I can say I loved 1 and 2. I didn't
play the third one.
I didn't play the third one.
I liked them, but they are kind of the Kmart of RPG games.
Get out of here. They are not.
They were a little weak.
You're weak.
Little generic. They were just getting by on like not being Final Fantasy, basically. So yeah, that'll do it for all this jazz this week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Podcast jazz.
That was last week.
That was last week. No.
That was last episode. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep getting confused because the last thing I listened to is not the last thing we recorded.
Yep.
Yeah. I recommend Mimic. I mean, like I said, the ending I thought was really fucking stupid.
I wouldn't even go it was really fucking stupid. It just didn't tonally fit.
Just the fact by that dude living just ruins the whole fucking ending for me. It really does.
You're so bitter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to stretch, suspend my disbelief.
Yeah.
But that's just fucking dumb.
It was weak. And that's the weakest part of the movie, is like just where it ends and how it ends.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're in for a good ride. It's just not... It's going to take you a little longer than you want to get there, and you're not going to be at the location you really want to be in.
You're going to have to, walk a couple of blocks to get home.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. But it's worth the price of admission, I'd say.
Oh, boy. I'm trying to think of anything else. Any other, bug horror movies that might have done this better, but really there aren't. It's not a bad movie. I really like this movie.
With this serious dark tone, No. Arachnophobia?
Oh,
Fucking
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
That
also.
one will make your skin crawl.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh my god, John Goodman is so good in that fucking movie. There was something I wanted to say, I wanted to bring up, and I can't, for the life of me, remember what the fuck it was. Oh, did you watch the trailer for the new Ultraman movie, Shin Ultraman?
Oh no, I haven't. I've
didn't
seen
watch
some
it?
of the other ones. I haven't watched the newest one though.
Yeah,
I am psyched for that movie.
it
I
looks
really want to
sick.
see that.
It looks sick.
I know it's coming out next month in Japan, so hopefully like later in the summer here.
Yeah, probably.
I know it's been delayed by COVID like
Everything
a bunch
has.
of times. Yeah. I have just gotten like I've always been like casually a fan of Ultraman just because I remember playing the Super Nintendo game back in the '90s, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
But Marvel has been doing like a series of Ultraman. I think it's like a trilogy of like mini series.
Oh, really?
The first one was like the Rise of Ultraman, like he first becomes like a thing, and then the last one was the Trial of Ultraman, where people are like, "Hey, maybe it's not such a great idea that this dude is like fighting monsters in the middle of cities." Like,
Yeah.
And then there's another one coming out soon, but they've been
Sweet.
really good.
No, I've never really.
It's had some great fucking covers too. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I've never been all that interested in Ultraman. Like, not because it doesn't seem appealing or anything. I just never got around to it. But I just recently came across the trailer for the newest movie, and it looks so good.
Yeah, I want to say it's by the same people who did Shin Godzilla. That's why it's in that same Shin,
Yeah.
universe, basically that same type of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rebooty universe.
Let's see, there's this one that like it's just, I really love it. I mean, like here's one of them. Oh no, nope, don't open.
Nope.
This is one that Alex Ross did, like a painted version. Like that's a really cool one. Let me get the one that I'm thinking.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I love Alex Ross. Like, he's a master artist. That's just generic.
Yeah. That's just the first like cool one that I saw.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to find these covers? They are goddamn gorgeous. This is another one that I really enjoyed. Where like it's the picture on the phone, but it's like also like happening in.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. There's another one too where he's just like breaking. Oh, this is it. This is the one I thought was really awesome too. Of course, it's not coming through in high def. Maybe I can get it
No,
back.
why would it?
Maybe if I open the site. Yeah, it looks a little better. And then it completely fucked up on me. There it is. I thought that was a cool one too. Where he's like breaking through the fucking building.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. There's a couple other ones that are just really, really awesome. But yeah, it's a title that like a property that I'm really, really growing more and more on.
Yeah.
Like the more I get
Well,
into
that
it.
goes back to the 50s?
At least, I don't know, maybe like at least the 60s or so, but maybe even the
60s,
50s, yeah.
Yeah, there's like legacy titles that I just never got around to. Like Ultraman seems cool. Just meh. Astro Boy seems
Yeah,
cool.
same thing.
Seems cool. I just never cared enough to really like dig into it.
Yeah.
But it's also another one of those things where it's got 70 years of like
Where do I start? There's
Yeah.
so much to this. Yeah.
it's that's why I don't read a whole lot of superhero comics at this point too, because like I could find a jump in point, but then you're still gonna have shit that like doesn't make sense because you don't have
Yeah, I talked about this.
You don't have 50 years worth of comic books.
Like on the Deathbed episode, where like I've been a diehard Marvel fan like for 30 some odd years at this point. Like, and I've always been this way. Like my love of comics is very cyclical. Like there's just times when I just need to step away for a little bit.
Yeah.
And like I'm in that phase right now. I just need a break.
Yep.
Like I'm reading way too much stuff, and it's just like it's not worth.
It's become a burden.
Yeah. Like I have a stack of books, just like, oh, I gotta read all this. But then there are also books that like I still like I cannot wait to read. I'm just tearing through.
Yeah.
I mentioned Crossover earlier, which is like it is a superhero book.
Is Kirkman writing that?
No, it's Donny Cates.
Okay.
It is superhero, yes, because it involves superheroes, but it is such a high concept like version of superheroes that like it's a
So
reach.
like the superheroes themselves actually being superheroes doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it's more about like because like I said, it takes place like in the quote unquote real world.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden now there's these superheroes like coming through somehow. So you had like Madman like showing up in one episode.
That must have been nuts.
Yeah. Like I think the Savage Dragon shows up at one point. Like I said, like fucking Negan bashes in Robert Kirkman's brains like Glenn style.
Yeah.
In the newest episode as payback for he's like this is for what you made me do to Glenn.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. But it's like because it's superheroes, but it's not about superheroes basically.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm reading the Avengers. Like I love the Avengers, like the current run of the Avengers.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mainly the stuff I'm reading is just not superhero stuff. I just need a break.
I love the not superhero comic books. Like
Yeah.
I've said it a million times. Like I just burned out on capes.
Yeah.
And I always found like adventure comics and horror comics and like the offbeat shit, like Deadly Class is fucking outstanding.
I gotta get back on that.
Pretty much anything Rick Remender writes,
I jumped
want
off
to
that
read.
train way earlier than I thought. I think it was issue 24. I thought it was like into the 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
Have you because I keep asking you like where are you in this?
Oh,
because I don't want to spoil it.
I'm on like the 5th trade. Like I'm way behind.
So you're on like the second class basically.
It's still focusing on the main character, but like after
All right, I'm not gonna
after
say
he gets
anything.
rousted from the school.
Okay, so you're close to the end. You're close to where I jumped off.
Yeah. I got to get back into that. Like it's just,
Yeah. I caught up. Well, I haven't read them yet, but I bought.
Ghosts. Your duffel bag thing fell down.
I didn't even move that today.
Oh, somebody did. Ghosts.
That's weird. I bought. I haven't read them yet. They're the newest. I caught up on Maniac of New York, which I've been loving.
You were telling me about that.
Yeah.
I have to read that.
It's like a 70s like cop horror movie kind of. It's really good. I enjoyed the first series. This is the second series now. It's called The Bronx is Burning.
Okay.
It's pretty good. What the fuck else did I just... Something is Killing the Children I'm caught up on. House of Slaughter. Those are also really good books.
Yeah.
And again, they're horror. They're not, superhero books.
Yep.
One thing I need to catch up on, I thought was on my pull list at Earthworld, but apparently it wasn't. So now I'm like 3 or 4 episodes behind, or issues behind. And I hope they still have them at the store. DC was doing a Human Target miniseries through like their Black Label line, which is like more like adult like themed comics. It was kind of like a throwback like 60s like spy like action story.
That's cool.
And it was fucking awesome. I was really into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really bought any comics in a while. You're cyclical in the like what your interests are. I'm cyclical in like I'll buy comics and then I won't, and then I'll get back into it and then I'll stop.
No, I usually am. Like it is. This is the first time that I can remember where like I've been on the off phase where I am still actually reading stuff. Like yeah.
No, like the last time I was buying comics, I was getting like Deadly Class and I think that I got the first couple trades of Monstrous, which was weird but cool. It's like a steampunk kind of weird story about this girl who is kind of an assassin character. I'm getting this all wrong, but
All right.
Aesthetically, very pleasing comic. Story is a little weak. I mean, it might get better. I know it's a long running kind of story. Rat Queens is fucking amazing. Rat Queens is basically a D&D party
right.
comprised of all females. Like, it's not actually D&D, but like it's a fantasy comic, and they play it like D&D. Very vulgar, very funny. Jesus Christ. I think I got some of those Providence comics that Alan Moore was writing.
Oh, okay.
A very Lovecraftian kind of thing.
All right.
I think that just wrapped up lately, within the past few months, I think. But I don't know. I'm so out of the comics game right now. It's sad.
I just went this week for the first time since probably December.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I thought my box was going to be like, that'll be $200. It was only like $100, and that was with like, she was like $90, and I bought like 4 short boxes that were like $5 or $6 a piece. So it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah. No, I used to go every week, and then I would miss a couple of weeks, and then I would realize like just how many comics I had on pull lists.
I'd go every payday. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was bad. Oh, comics are awesome.
Yeah.
I was reading Fables for a long time.
Yeah, that was a good book. We interviewed Bill Willingham for our last podcast. I didn't get to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that series goes through spurts of being amazing, and then just mediocre.
It's been running forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
I think they're up to like, Jesus Christ.
The number's probably not that high because it's like off and on, isn't it?
No, it's pretty steady. I think the number of trades, I think, is pushing 30, if not past it.
All right.
Yeah, I have up to like 15, maybe. Really sucks that comics are so much money now.
Yeah.
What are they, like $5 a book?
About that, yeah.
Yeah,
I've been scanning all my old comics and
absurd.
like looking at like the prices for like even like the giant size like special issues are like
when they were $2.50, yeah.
Yeah, like, are you kidding me?
Hey, do you have any giant sized man things?
Like I remember getting worked up when comics went from $1.25 to $1.75. Like,
Yeah.
This is outrageous. I will not buy this $1.75 comic.
Yeah.
I would shoot somebody for $1.75 comic right now.
Who do I have to blow? Yeah. Get him here.
Oh, man. I know we've gotten very, very far away from Mimic. So
but it doesn't matter. We're in the crapshoot.
Yeah.
This is our Mimic and comic book special. Oh, I guess it's time to wrap up the show, though.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, check out Mimic. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, solid movie.
This will be out the first week of May.
Yep.
So you should come check us out at Saratoga Comic-Con the weekend of the
14th and 15th.
Yes, that weekend.
Yep. Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
We'll be there. We'll be upstairs by the exhibition hall.
In our normal spot up right by the panel room.
Yeah, come grab some stickers.
I'm hosting some panels. Amanda's hosting some panels.
I am not, because I refuse. Plus, I wasn't asked.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to interview James O'Barr.
I don't want to interview anybody.
All right. Good, well, good to know.
Yeah. You can. You go right ahead.
Saratoga Comic-Con. I know we have other stuff, but that's like the closest one.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like looking for other ones.
No, fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll hit you up with that info somewhere down the line.
Yeah, as we get closer.
Yeah. It's time to do the socials. So, our website is www.bigdumbmonsterspodcast.com or www.bigdumbmonsters.com. If you want to email us anything at all, whatever your little heart desires, you do that at bigdumbmonsters@gmail.com. You can tweet at us, whatever you want, at dumb_monsters. If you are on Facebook, check us out at Big Dumb Monsters Pod. And if you are on Slasher, we are Big Dumb Monsters Podcast.
We are also on Instagram at big_dumb_monsters. You can also check the podcast out on our YouTube channel, the Big Dumb Monsters channel. The video is available also on Spotify.
Yep.
I feel like there's somewhere else it's available, and I just don't remember where.
But everywhere. It's available everywhere.
Wherever video podcasts exist, that's where you're going to find it.
Yeah.
I will mention this. Last episode, we were talking about the Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein art.
Yeah.
As of this week, we have Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein art hanging on the wall in the studio.
Yeah.
I got really motivated after we were talking about it and bought one of them.
Oh, it's so sick.
Yeah, it's so awesome. I've been looking at it all day, and it's just so awesome.
There are so many beakers.
Yeah, so many beakers.
Yeah. So anywhere that you listen to the podcast, if you could do us a favor, rate and review in the positive, if you would, please.
That'd be nice.
Do you, boo? And I think with that, we're gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
we're gonna finish off this box of Fry Harvest cookies and
we are.
Drink another beer.
Yeah, second to that also.
Yeah. So as always, don't let ghoulies eat your ass.
No, and don't sleep in a deathbed.
Bye-bye.